And then they're gonna know when I like come out, right? Cause you can't like catch your ball.
Rise and shine. Pour yourself a cup of coffee and tune in to Good Morning Aurora. News, weather, and really cool interviews. Monday through Friday from 8 to 9 a.m.
Good morning, Aurora. I am Brenda Rogers, candidate for Kane County Recorder of Deeds. As your next Recorder of Deeds, I will protect our taxpayers' investment, bring awareness to the position, and do outreach to our residents and veterans. I am asking for your vote during early voting, mail-in ballot, or on November 3rd. Vote for Brenda Rogers, Kane County Recorder of Deeds, paid for by Citizens for Brenda Rogers.
Accountability in government is not a nice to have, it's a must have. That's why I'm voting for Tracy Miller for Kane County Board, District 4. As a mother and businesswoman, she understands the middle class. She's fighting to keep property taxes from going up and to keep us, the citizens, informed of what's taking place. I want a voice in county government that listens to me. That's why I'm voting Tracy Miller on November 3rd for Kane County Board, District 4. Paid for by Friends of Tracy Miller.
Good morning, Aurora. This is Christine, and today we have a special guest for Music Friday. Friend of the show, Studio B.
Yo. Good morning. Shout out to Good Morning, Aurora. Yo. Got it quick when I heard the bell rocking. And you know what? It's not time for the holiday stocking. It's Sugar Skull City. Go outside, Katrinos in the window look pretty. Art and colors and markers. Don't you know what? Gotta have it, starts to sparkle. Had the coffee this morning, that's the Treadwell. Mess around, ring your head like a bell. That's right, Studio B. In the house, leave the other suckers quiet like a mouse. It's the best morning show on earth. Don't you know what? It's like a million worth, giving birth to new ideas and creativity. I almost messed it up, but you're still with me. Alejandra Hernandez on the couch. All the haters, knock them out, make them say ouch. Downtown Aurora, Scope Island. Don't you know that's where the art always wildin'? Shout out to Tyler and the stealth art. Don't you know we tear the all suckers just apart? It's the flow when I do it. Woke up. Don't you know they broke up, all spoked up? But it's all good, we never choke up. Next door you got Chad, around the way. Greg, or Call the Shoulders, or the day. That was one of the best, and you know it. Jill Rios emotion, had to show it. But we get down, cause we real good. And I got the mask on, but we still hood. Thought you knew it, went downtown pre-mill. Used to live up top, but now I'm so for real. On the east side, that's Claim Street. And if they see me, you know we got mad meat. Out of cheddars with the pozole on your mommy. I don't know about nobody but the Tommy. What? That wasn't a mess up, I picked it back. Never give them slack, cause they so whack. And we got stacks. Trying to get them, and you know what we don't miss, we always hit them. I got the best raps that you ever heard, that's my word. Sugar Skull City Katrina, that's the word. No, not the hurricane, fly like a plane, wash you out like an effing stain. Got no profanity on the mic, I do what you like. Go to all spoked up for your bike. Work, don't smirk, we ain't no jerk. Go to church, down the place. If you got the fifth of Hennessy, down the face. Yeah, I get down. Thought you knew. Live on the east side of A-Town. Had an apartment, now I got a house. Outside, crush it like a mouse. Basketball with the bounce. And I just slam dunk on these punks. JV got the photography funk, and he good with the camera. And you know what, baby, I might damage y'all. What? Studio B in the house. Good morning, good Friday. That's how we do it. Flow like fluid. Keep going, yeah, I just get right into it. Hunter up in Gremlin Studios. Get the milk and the Cheerios. That's the cereal. If you're hungry, hombre, don't you know I don't play? Gotta give a shout out to everybody, cause you know we kinda like John Gotti, but this ain't Fed Max, Marion. What they wanna do, marry you. That's the matrimony. Shoot all the phonies. And you know what the name is, Studio B, not Tony. What? Keep going, keep flowing, keep showing, keep rowing like a rowboat. It's like a castle with a moat. Kill your goat, greatest of all time. That's me, STUDIO to the B. And I get down, I get down, I get down. Chi-Town, A-Town, Aurora, Telestora. Don't you know what? It's like California, but this ain't the Eagles. I make it Pringles, pop out the box with the sack. I'm trying hard not to cuss, but I'm not whack. Yeah, I got a mask on my face. Katrina Sugar Skull City up in the place. All over Broadway, Benton. Don't you know what? I see you winking at me in the back like Mace. I'm all over the place, but I got grace. Yeah, flowing on the beat just like what? Woo, I gotta bring it back. Keep going, that's fine. I get on the track. And then it just fades out. Studio B, good morning, Aurora. This was awesome. You guys got a great morning show. Thanks for letting me come in here and do my thing, man. Yeah, the greatest rapper ever. Studio B. Hot fire. I thought you knew it. Peace.
Oh my gosh. That was
good.
amazing.
Yeah.
That's the way to start a Friday.
That's
For
the way to
real.
start. Wow, wake up.
Good morning.
What's up? What's up?
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Okay. Good morning, Aurora. Today's news, Sugar Skull City. If you weren't around downtown yesterday, or maybe if you were, you probably saw ABC 7 out and about. They were filming some of the local artists and businesses, so shout out to a couple that were featured. I know they had Pierre Lucero out there, Jose Art, and all the businesses that have decorated their storefronts. This is the day that we've all been waiting for. Dia de los Muertos is now being honored, the local tradition of Day of the Dead. Sugar Skull City promotion and activities will run from October 15th through November 15th, so you have an entire month to enjoy this. Everyone is invited to honor this Mexican tradition of Day of the Dead, and community members are invited to experience this throughout downtown Aurora throughout the month as a crowd-free activity. Also, shout out to Marissa Amoni at downtown Aurora for all the work she's done gathering everything together for this. And I'm going to Cottonseed later to go get my Dia de los Muertos Sugar Skull City bag.
Oh, word up.
Yeah.
They're giving out
It's
the
really cool. You
further
got to check it
stuff.
out. Little tote
Yeah.
bag with fun stuff inside. Good morning, Aurora Sports. Baseball's still going on if you're following that. Tampa Bay leads their series 3-2, and the Braves lead their series over the Dodgers 3-1. The Bears play on Sunday against the Panthers, and then the Packers play the Buccaneers.
Nice.
Damn.
What's up with the weather?
All right. It's currently 31 degrees outside in Aurora at the moment. Today, the high looks to be about 54 degrees. That's going to be reached around 3 o'clock p.m. Tomorrow looks to be a very gusty, windy, cloudy, gloomy day with a high of 64. Sunday looks like it'll rain, be partly cloudy and rainy with a high of 48 degrees. So the fall weather, the coolness and all that is definitely here. Ladies and gentlemen out there listening, get your fly gear on, Kohl's for your shopping. We got Alejandra Hernandez in the house. She's got on the fly camo jacket and everything like that. Really rugged, really stylish for the weather. So, yeah, do that. Turtlenecks, fly boots, Timberlands. If you want to donate some Timbs to the show, we take the size 12. Other than that, we do got some news for y'all. So I want you to understand that voting is extremely important. We told you this many times on this show. You can't be woke and not vote. And if you listen to this show, you are the wokest of the woke. So you need to vote. Please take part in early voting, which is still going on. You can do so. The Kane County office, which is open on Downer Place. The address escapes me, but it's right next door to the GAR building and across the street from Charlie's Creamery. So please get out there and rock the vote. Exercise your civic rights. Digital applications for the CDBG Community Development Block Grant are still available and online on the city's website, and they have to be submitted by 4 o'clock p.m. October 23rd. That's a Monday. Tomorrow, super shout-outs to our friends McCarty Mills. Super shout-outs to Strawberries Barbecue. They got another cooking or cookout going on out there. Now, the menu looks to be soul food heaven. Pulled pork, wings, ribs, and rib tips. Now, I know some of you are wondering, what are rib tips, Curtis? That's the end of the rib. You know, you just bam, the tip. It's really good. You douse that in barbecue sauce, you're in heaven. Sides will be mac and cheese and beans. Shout out to McCarty Mills and shout out to Strawberries Barbecue for all that they do. There's featured artwork inside of McCarty Mills at the moment. The name of the artist escapes me. I think it might be Jen Ingram or Stealth was the last person to put art in there. I'm not too sure about that, but I got to check that out. Anyway, also, I forgot, I would be remiss if I did not tell you that the music venue that opened down there in Mundy Park, there's a xylophone out there now where people can take part in and play. That was where the ribbon cutting was.
Correct. It's a whole musical garden.
Right, musical garden. That's what it is, yeah. There's a music garden now out there in the lot of City Hall, Water Street, and right where Mundy Park starts, the side of the building of the venue. So go out there, jam on some tunes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Basically, there's 3 instruments that you can play, which makes it a garden. If it's just one,
okay.
It's just one, it's a xylophone.
All right, nice. Nice. Yeah, Sherman Jenkins was xylophoning out some tunes one day. He was getting down for like 20 seconds. It was a musical 20 seconds.
You guys should have had Gil out there yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. Shout out to Gil Rios. That was a great episode yesterday. And also, it's Breast Cancer Awareness and Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So please, if you have the time, donate and give some love to 2 great organizations, Healing to Healthy and also Mutual Ground. Wear some pink and I believe purple or purple ribbon is the designation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So yeah, rock it out. I'm looking at Allie's socks right now in the studio. Y'all can't see her socks, but
Tie-dye Vans, baby.
Damn, that's some fly socks.
With the Van shoes.
Right. We're gonna post a picture of her socks on Instagram later for y'all to see what the hell stopped me from talking. Anyway, also, I wanted to let you know that in addition to these Sugar Skull City activities that are taking place and everything, at Cottonseed Creative Exchange 8 North Broadway, where Christine will be doing some shopping later on, there's also an art gallery in there from our friends of Visa Arts. They have featured works by featured photographers inside of there. Please take a minute to go down there and check them out. Lots of great photographers, including Amy Nelson. Oh, hi. They like Studio B's rap. That was a Studio B. He's not here anymore. He left for the day. But they like Studio B's rap. Desiree Jacqueline. Yeah, what up? You know, how you doing? Good morning to everybody. Now, listen to this, folks. I got to tell you this. Stop by Cottonseed Creative Exchange 8 North Broadway to see the Aurora Stronger exhibit curated and sponsored by Visa Arts. That's the precise designation I was trying to tell you guys. This exhibit features photographs of the unrest that took place in Aurora on May 31st and highlights how the community came together to make Aurora even stronger. Photographs on display were taken by Gary Bonnick, Victoria Lunacek, Ivan Carmona, Amy Nelson Photography, and John Cornelison. Shout out to Yvonne for her support. Stay tuned because Visa Arts is collaborating with the Cottonseed Creative Exchange for First Fridays on November 6th.
Oh.
You thought first? No.
Yeah,
I mean, it's the first Friday, but not the right because the calendar date. Yeah, now. Follow Visa Arts on Instagram at Visa Arts to stay up to date with everything that they're doing. And if you got the gram, follow us at Good Morning Aurora. Boom. Right there for you. You know, hit us on the gram. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got more great stuff. Studio B will be, he'll be lighting up the raps and on the YouTube channel. So stay tuned to that. You'll get some more Studio B footage.
Action.
He's a wild boy. Anyway, that is all for the news. That's all for the news. And now we get into our interview with friend of the show, homegirl extraordinaire,
Hello.
Alejandra Hernandez. What up?
Nothing.
good.
Third time on this
Yeah.
show. Thank you so much for having me
Welcome
again.
back.
Appreciate it.
Welcome back. Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Well, this is your third time on the show, but this is the first time we've ever met.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
It
for
is.
everybody else too that don't know much about you, tell everyone who you are and where you're from.
My name's Alejandra Hernandez. Everybody calls me Allie for short. I'm from Aurora, Illinois. Was born on the west side. Went to West Aurora High School. And my parents are actually from Mexico, from Uruapan, Michoacan. So I'm first generation Mexican American.
Nice.
I also served in the Marine Corps for 4 years after high school. Went to college, studied sociology at UIC. I'm currently getting ready to go into a master's program at Northeastern.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, Allie is a dedicated friend of the show. Big time. Big time. So we appreciate Allie. So Allie's presence on Good Morning Aurora supersedes a lot of other things because Allie was around before Good Morning Aurora. You know, Allie put up with the rantings of a lunatic telling her about this idea for the show. Like, yo, all right, Allie, but check this out though, right? Imagine if we do music and shit, right? And then we just interview people. So Allie's definitely coming back for more when, you know, she's on for motivation and all kinds of things. But Allie, growing up in Aurora, tell the audience about, you know, what life was like for you growing up, and then talk a little bit about the military as well.
So growing up in Aurora, I grew up like in the west side. However, we always lived like in an apartment building. So like I always grew up around different walks of life, really, like white kids, Asian kids, black kids, and like a lot of us were lower income. So we always found like really crazy like ways to just have fun, like whether it was riding our bikes up and down the street like any other kid, or like building like what do they call it? Tree houses? There,
Okay.
the word was going, like escaping my head. So like yeah, like tree houses and stuff like that. I don't know. You always had to like find other ways because I was born '86, so we didn't have computers, we didn't have technology like that. You know, no YouTube. So we had to like find like creative ways to have fun is what I'm trying to say.
Have to make fun.
You guys are
Okay.
still outside trying to find ways to
Yeah.
entertain yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. Got to think outside the box. And so that was cool because then we get to hang out with everybody in the block and like get to know each other. And we all had some differences, but we were able to figure it all out. We talked it out, you know. I remember that I got bullied for a while for being homosexual, but a lot of those kids like we ended up talking about it, and they were like, yo, like, okay, now we understand, like, sorry about that. And like they apologized. I was like,
Yeah.
thank you, like I really appreciate that.
Back then,
Um,
it was something totally different
Yeah,
than
it
what,
was.
you know, the awareness that they have today.
Yeah, because I do remember those situations. And then, like, I had a really dear friend of mine that, like, disclosed to me that she was, like, HIV positive when we were growing up. And, like, my sister and I, we were really cool about keeping that stuff, like, low-key. But we always knew, like, hey, like, our friend might not be around for too long. Like, we gotta, like, enjoy this moment. So as a young kid, knowing that, like, your best friend was born HIV positive, like, it was pretty
That's
rough.
tough. Yeah.
It was something really hard to understand, but like I always think about her whenever I'm like in a pickle. Like, how am I gonna, you know, what am I gonna do? Like, I know that she wouldn't want me to give up is what I'm trying to say. Like, kind of use that as motivation. Think about her. She can't be here, so in her honor, like pushing forward,
Yeah.
making moves. But what was your second question? I'm sorry, the second part. You had said that growing up in a neighborhood, and what was the other question? I'm sorry. I don't want it to escape me. Something about
No, well, the second question I have for you is what school did you graduate from? What year was that?
Oh yeah. From high school, I was class of 2005 from West High.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And talk about joining the military. What was that like? When did you make that decision?
I was
And
19.
why the Marine Corps?
I was 19. I had just graduated from West High. And my stepdad, he was in the Army. He was infantry.
Mhm.
So he was like, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? He's like, because at the time Bush was president, there really wasn't that many jobs. And I was like, honestly, I really don't know, because I wasn't ready mentally to go to school. I wasn't like in that maturity level either. I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna just enroll, enlist.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, so I enlisted, and it was probably like the best idea, because honestly it gave me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have had if I wouldn't have, if I would have decided to go a different route. So, for instance, like school benefits, housing benefits, and stuff like that.
A lot of opportunities that you've gained through the military that you wouldn't have
Yes.
ordinarily. That's right. Why
Yeah.
the Marines?
they're the best.
Go ahead, girl. Say that.
My
Rep
Navy
that.
counterpart over
Rep
here.
that.
They're the best. I mean, like, honestly, it's hard. It's 3 months of boot camp. Like, not a lot of people can hack it.
Right.
You have to speak in third person while you're there. Like, I don't know. I was just like, I think I could do this. I was like, yeah, I could do this. I was like, and once I'm there, I'm like, oh my God, I'm here. Like, it's
Right.
like,
Like, oh shit.
it's like, there's no going back. I am not, even though I thought about it, but I was like, might as well make the best out of these 4 years. So,
Yeah.
I don't know, because they're the best.
And how were you
honestly.
received there
At,
in the military?
Jeez. Well, I mean, honestly, like, I can't talk bad about my commands that I was in, because they were very, very understanding. I think they even knew about me being a homosexual.
Okay.
A few of them did, like my sergeants and my corporals before I made it to corporal. And, like, they were super cool about it. Like, they wouldn't throw me under the bus, because they knew that I was a hard worker.
Right.
That I always, like, was honest and, like, just motivated. So, they helped me. They encouraged me. And in turn, they just kind of kept my secret. And I asked them, too. I was like, well, you guys know, don't ask, don't tell. If you guys say something, I'm like, get booted out. So, I mean, I'm sure they understood that. They didn't want to see a good Marine leave just because of my sexuality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the real stuff. What's wrong with America right now?
What's wrong with America?
Yeah, what's happening?
We're really divided. It's what's wrong. We're very divided. There's still a lot of discrimination of many sorts that I've even, have to face, not only because of, like, race, but because of also sexuality. And a lot of people are homophobic, racist. Like, there's just a lot of division. And then when you have a president that's very divisive, that doesn't even know how to speak to people, he doesn't know that his message is hate. Like, that's just going to fuel the fire. Definitely.
Now, what's good about America?
That we're very diverse, that there's, like, different walks of life, I would say. That's the beauty of it. It's not that it's just, one walk of life. There's many walks of life, and that's the beauty of it. We need that in order to be able to recognize, like, how awesome we all are, because at the end of the day, we're all on the same team. We're all humans. I think we get too lost with whatever color skin you are, whatever religion it is you are, or how you love or who you love, and we shouldn't focus too much on that stuff.
Right. When we talk about all of the good things that we do, the good things that happen to us and the things that we do for other people, I've always believed that, like, travel, like, if you go places, that widens your mind to make you, like, less of an asshole. Where were some of your travels in the Marine Corps? Where'd the Marine Corps take you?
Definitely. So I traveled to Iraq, but on my way to Iraq, I stopped in Ireland. We were there for, like, a few hours. And then on my way back, I was on a cargo flight. So I was actually myself and Corporal Tran, which I think she's now a gunny. I'm not sure. So we were on a cargo flight, and we stopped in Germany. And we were there for, like, a day and a half or so, if I remember correctly. And I was, like, the first time we got to drink in a while. So we got a little wasted, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, but it was fun. Like, it was fun. We got to eat some really good German food. I mean, I would love to go there again if I could.
Germany, okay.
Yeah, that would be great.
Was that your favorite place that you traveled to?
No, I think like my favorite place that I got to travel to and be at, and I know it's gonna sound weird, was just being in Iraq, because it was totally somewhere different that I knew I probably was never gonna have a chance to get to go again.
Right.
Yeah.
And just seeing what was happening at that time in 2007 to 2008 when I was there, like during that little campaign, like I was just like, oh, that's just probably never gonna happen again.
What was it like?
Physically, it was really just like hot. Like it, I don't know. I mean, that's such a difficult way. It's just difficult for me to describe. I mean, it's different climate. It's a desert. It's hot. Always on guard. Always having to be like Kevlar in place, flak jacket on, worried about incoming, outgoing. Like it was just a lot. Because sometimes I'd be laying in bed sleeping and I could hear the outgoing or some incoming.
What's outgoing?
Like outgoing fire. On our end, yeah. So on our end, us, sending
Artillery?
Artillery, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And incoming is the opposite way. That's them firing at you.
Yeah. So sometimes you'd wake up to like noise and stuff, and you'd be like, "Wait, is that coming or is that going?" And it's like sometimes you couldn't tell. It was kind of like, not sure, but it's like, well, still we need to be safe. We need to be careful. We need to be alert. Make sure everybody's safe. Everybody's accounted for. Reporting into work and stuff on time, and it's just a little stressful because you're somewhere where you're not sure. Like, of course, like it's unsafe everywhere, but it's even a lot more unsafe when you're in like in a war zone.
Got a question from the audience.
Yeah, I've heard there's some really good food over there. This is kind of bringing it a step lighter again. But did you ever get to share a meal with any of the locals? No. Some people do, but I didn't get a chance to. But their food is delicious. So I mean, I've had it on stateside, but I'm sure it's tastes even better, like home cooked. Like
yeah. I mean, Naperville, Middle Eastern food it's good, but yeah, you could be doing better.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the biggest misconception people like me may have, because I just watched it on the news or everything, as opposed to people that were actually out there?
About being deployed
out there in Iraq, and just the situation and everything that you have experienced.
The media really tries their best to portray it, but I feel like people won't understand until you're actually like in combat boots and just like walking through it and like having that understanding of like what can happen. And then also like when you get back, some people have trouble with it. Some people have, go through situations where they lose friends, or even they get harassed, military sexual trauma. Like it's very open-ended, because there could be a lot of things that influence all that stuff, and then you come back with like PTSD. You come back with anxiety, or you develop these things over time. So it's not like wounds that you would see on the outside. It's a lot of stuff that you carry in the inside, like losing friends and stuff. So
do you think the resources available today for people returning are better than they once were?
I want to
they still need improvement.
I want to say they are, but there is a lot of stigma, and there needs to be a lot of improvements. I feel like there could be more. They could be better. I really do think so. Yeah.
What's the value of safety and protective gear, being a Marine in a place like Iraq?
The value on it? They place high value on safety. And I feel like they do their best to provide us with what they can, but some stuff does get cycled through. Like when I was in boot camp, a lot of the stuff that I had to use then, which makes sense. Like, it's probably stuff that they've already used before, and you could tell that it's like all used and weathered up and what have you.
Right.
But you make the best out of it. And like in the Marine Corps, they could use, and we could have better equipment. It's just the budgets, and it's all like it's all like above us.
But they need
do.
They need that protective equipment.
Yeah, like flak jackets,
Right.
and And they're always experimenting with like different styles of flak jackets. I remember they had these ones that went on the side, and that stuff really caused a lot of problems for females. Like they had like these side ones, and it's because it's awkward. It's awkward fitting. And then we have your Kevlar, but it's been a while since I've been in, so I'm sure that they've upgraded a lot of their stuff from what I've seen just in pictures on like the Marine Corps Instagram and stuff. Like I could tell.
Oh, you follow that too?
Yes.
It's fly. I'd be looking. Y'all all right?
Y'all all right too.
So since you know the value of protective gear and why it's important to be safe and have that covering, you can understand why the city of Aurora would need $88,000 worth of ride gear for their police department. Surely you get it, right?
Negative. No, because now we're talking about militarizing the police. You know, it's like they don't need that stuff. They had enough. They had enough to begin with. And besides, they didn't even do their job. Like, I wasn't there, but I saw video, and my buddy Zaid got hurt. Shout out to Zaid Rodriguez out there. You know, and no, they're just trying to militarize the police. That's a no-go. And the National Guard, too, what was up with that? We didn't even get a heads up about that. Our alderman didn't even know about that, you know?
They was just in here one day. Boom. Humvees.
I know. I was like, what the heck? I was like, me and Curtis, we got this. Send the veterans out there. I mean, that would have been a great idea. I mean, they're people from the community. We know how to talk to them. I mean, no.
When I lived downtown, they were in the lot right there across from La Quinta, the lot where the infamous police cruiser went up in flames. When I lived downtown, remember the curfew? If you guys remember, the curfew was 9:00 p.m. I was working on LaSalle Street at that time, and I left there at like 9:00 p.m. So now I'm coming home, and it's like 9:20 p.m., right? And they're deep right there. Deep for the audience means a lot of them. There's 2 Humvees, 1 Aurora police officer, and maybe about 8 or 9 like National Guardsmen, full gear on, Beretta 9mm sidearm, and I believe the M16 was the weapon. And yeah, they were deep, and I just went right past them. You know, they didn't say nothing, they didn't do nothing. I just went home. But yeah, they're all flooded the streets, and so when we talk about militarization of the community, that was a very big. Yeah, I was taken aback by that.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I think I even like cruised over to your place later that night.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were chopping it. Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking. Because we were watching.
The ghetto bird was out. That means helicopter. You know, it was crazy.
Yeah, so very interesting. That all happened. Honestly, I feel like it was something that was going to happen. I think that a lot of people just don't understand because of the privilege that they have. That this stuff was just gonna amount to that. This stuff was working its way up to that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it did again. Like, more power to the people. We need to speak up, and we can't censor people and tell them how they can or cannot. You know, a lot of people are very upset for being oppressed for many, many, many years. Like, I'm talking hundreds of years. You know, Black people, Indigenous people. We need to acknowledge that. And until community leaders do and are willing to talk about that, then that's when we'll probably start to see some change. You need to be able to understand and accept the social issues at hand. They just like to sweep it under the carpet.
If you were mayor for a day,
oh snap!
What's the first thing that you'd do?
I'd help. I was gonna say the underserved, like people that don't have a roof over their head. I'm trying to look for the word. It's not homeless. It's the
transient.
Yeah, that's a good word. I'd help those folks, because those folks really do need the help. Like, I would just help everybody that's underserved, but transient would be great. Just people that need a roof over the head, or need someone to talk to, that need a sense of community. I feel a lot of people lack that, and that's beautiful to have that, because once you have that, it gives you hope.
As a person who's been in the Marine Corps, as a person who's been in the military, you know that especially around heavy equipment, all kinds of machinery, whether having it be towed in or what have you, you need the proper safety equipment. We need helmets. We may need signals and distance. We need qualified personnel around such equipment. You know that there was a tent city, I believe, back there where the BNSF yard is. A lot of people, they got a notice to vacate or something like that, and a lot of people were upset. We can't let these people who are homeless be out here, save the tent cities. However, that's a dangerous location for people to be congregating at. Do you agree that while the idea of a tent city may be a good thing to house people, in places like the BNSF yard, that is very dangerous and should not be? What's your thought about that?
That these people they don't give them a space. So what do we expect? They're gonna try to settle and like rest their heads somewhere. And maybe BNSF station or that area is not the safest, which I agree. So let's give them this space. And that's what's happening, is that we're in the middle of a pandemic, I remember that Hesed House was going through some stuff as far as like trying to figure out a way in the beginning, right? Just like all of us, of how we were going to adapt to this until we figure out like vaccines and all that. But we need to give them a space. So, okay, if that's not safe enough, then where else can we help these people? Where else can we place them? Somewhere safe where they have the resources and they have a sense of like community and belonging, right? Because that's important. So, I mean, I do agree about the safety, but sometimes we need to bend some rules. Sometimes people need to do things to work around it, and that happens because the powers that be, like the people in charge, they just don't allow it. If they would allow them or give them a space, like a gymnasium, something bigger, like that'd be awesome, and that'd be something I would do if I could, but I don't have that kind of power yet. And who knows, maybe one day. You never know.
What you mean you never know? No, don't never know what you
we
running for,
never
girl.
know. I haven't. I mean, I've thought about it, but I'm not. I have other goals in mind, so there's other ways that I want to help. So that's why I said you never know. Like, maybe I'll inspire somebody right now in this moment to think about a way to do so. So.
Yeah. Speaking of other goals, which I'm familiar with because we're homies.
Yeah.
Tell us about your last position, the last thing that you did.
Oh, I was an intern at the Chicago Botanic Garden, and it was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
You liked it?
Yeah.
What was the coolest thing about it?
Working with the butterflies at the little butterfly exhibit we had, because I was mainly doing that, and then I went to go help out with the seed swap. We were doing a seed swap for
What's a seed swap?
Oh, we were giving I was bagging up seeds and like giving them out to people that were coming into the Botanic Garden, whether it was like cilantro, eggplant, all types of seeds, so for them to grow, next year. Not right now, but for next year.
Good God.
So yeah, but yeah, my favorite part must have been like being surrounded by those beautiful butterflies. So it was so peaceful.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Chicago Botanic Garden. Where's it at?
Glencoe, Illinois, up north.
Is that by Libertyville?
It's actually not far from the Navy boot camp. It's like south of it, like probably like a 15-20 minute drive from the Navy boot camp over there. So somewhere
Great
in that
Lakes.
little area, up in the Great Lakes area, yeah. Sort by that.
That was my first time even going up there. Like I never even knew that side. That just goes to show you that what the military can do for people. I didn't know that there was anything past Evanston when I was a kid. Shows you how small-minded, right?
You're just kind of living in your own little bubble.
Mm-hmm.
When I joined, they put us all, you go the MEPS and all that, and they were like, they put us all on a bus, and like, okay, we're gonna take you guys to I think it was Midway Airport. And from Midway Airport, that's your journey. And I'm like, oh snap, I think I'm gonna get on a plane. Like, oh shit, it's real, right? And you get to Midway, you meet up, and then they just take you on buses to Great Lakes. And like, I'm still in Illinois. Like, I haven't left. I'm like, what? This is like
yeah, it's not that.
Yeah.
It was like probably an hour drive then from there.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. So what organizations are doing good right now in the city of Aurora in regards to bringing our people together and advocating for folks?
I'm not really affiliated with any of them, but I know that they're out there. The People's Coalition, I believe. Aurora Rapid Response. I mean, I know of them, but I've just not affiliated with them. But I do know that they're doing a lot of really good, awesome things.
Right.
Yeah, not really formally, but like I do support them. Don't get me wrong. More power to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rapid Response, friends of ours,
Yeah.
Sandra. I think Giselle is on that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a really good job. And there's another one. The one, it starts with an A. They set up on Sundays outside of Treadwell.
Ally Legion.
Yeah, Ally Legion.
Okay.
Oh my
Word
God.
up. Shout out.
Yeah, I wish that I could help them out some more, but during the summer I was busy on Sundays and couldn't. But I passed by this past Sunday, and they're there still. So if you need groceries, go over to Treadwell. I think they set up around like noon or 1.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if you bring food items to donate, you'll get a free drink at Treadwell.
Yes,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
I had
Nice.
like 14 cans of mandarin oranges and red kidney beans. Man, I brought all that shit over there.
Why did you have 14 cans of mandarin oranges?
You know how it is. You know, you just accumulate stuff.
There you go.
You know, you just accumulate stuff like, and you only eat a certain kind. So now you got, you know, I'm a fruit cocktail kind of dude. So the mandarin, like, what am I do with that? But I see some recipes I got to get on. Got to make like a cake or something like that.
Yeah.
Ambrosia.
Mhm.
Allie, the listeners don't know you like I know you. We're homies. We've spent many a time lurking on the city of Aurora from the top of Broadway and River Street. In all of our conversations, one of the key themes that we've always been over is that when we as people come together, there's strength in numbers and there's unity. We saw the incidents which took Aurora, like the 31st and all that, the rioting and all that kind of stuff. Where is the city of Aurora in regards to the people, not the officials,
Mhm.
administration, in regard to the people of Aurora? Are we more, less, or the same in terms of being united as we were then?
The people, I think we're more united.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that it brought us closer together. I feel like, because I've always been pretty close with people, myself personally, but when I step back and I think about like all these organizations and how they've like the small non-for-profits, like the ones I just mentioned right now, I feel like we're more united because I see that as an example of how people are coming together to help one another.
Yeah.
And that's important. So I think we're more united.
It is important.
But I also feel like a lot of people are really shy to come out of the woodwork and be like, hey, I want to join.
What do you mean?
Like people that are that are aware of it, and maybe like, you know, like your average mom that works 2 jobs, has kids, she probably, you know, has a hard time being able to get involved because it's like, well, when do I have time, you know? And I feel for that. I feel for them because it's like, I'm sure that they see us on social media and they're like, whoa, I wish I could be more involved. So shout out to all those moms out there working 2 jobs or what have you.
Getting it done.
Getting it done, yeah, because I know my mom did, and she currently is right now. So, like, being a housewife and then, like, also, like, taking care of my nephews, like, helping them with their e-learning. There's just stuff like that I think about, like.
Yeah. And we didn't ask this question earlier, but growing up, what impact did your mom have on your life?
My mother was, like, everything. She's still everything to me. She's amazing. She had a big impact, positive impact.
That's good.
Thank
you. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. My mom too.
Yeah.
You know, my mom too. My mom had a heck of an impact on me. My dad had a heck of an impact on me too. Like, I grew up with both parents, but they got divorced when I was real young.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I was able to, you know, when you know how it is when you're 15, you're smart as hell. You know everything, right? But so I got to like have both of them be an impact in my life. Then I had them both like be the kind of impact that a rebellious kid is going to get and need to have from 2 different angles. So like looking back on it now, like even though having them break up was a tragedy, like, you know, I can salvage the good moments out of it, you know, and that helps me like be a better parent and shit, you know, because I can see 2 sides of how not to be, you know, like don't be a jerk like my dad and don't be like extra like my mom, you know. My parents are real religious, like most black people, you know. So, like, you know, I got to experience all of it, big impact? The question was for you, not for me. So I'm just waxing poetic right now.
No, it's okay. Dude. No, it's okay. Cause
That's the thing about
it's all good.
That's the thing about conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. The audience is like, these two must know each other.
Yeah. No, we got to get to know Curtis too, you know. But I agree. My parents were split up too when I was in the 3rd grade. So I had to step up a lot at the house because I have a younger sister, Teresa, and then my brother, Francisco. But, yeah, I had to step up a lot. And but my mom's always been there. And, like, I love my dad, but we just butt heads a lot. I think we're too similar. We had, like, a bit of a situation last year. He didn't go to my graduation, so I'm kind of upset about that. Anywho. So, I mean, yeah, parents, it could be difficult. I can understand. They have to navigate through a lot. But I love them, and I appreciate everything that they've done for me. Especially my stepdad, because, like, he was there since I was a kid. Like, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be or have accomplished all the things that I have because he encouraged me, you know, from the very beginning. Like, hey, you got to think about doing something. And here we are.
And here we are at the moment, but we're going new places.
Yep.
The VNA, right? What's the deal? Yeah, what?
Oh yeah, new job. You talking about a new job? Yeah. So I got a job at the VNA, working as a contact tracer.
Congratulations.
Congrats, you.
Girl, yeah.
Thank you. I can't wait to help the community out because I'm bilingual and I'll be able to reach out to all those folks that need resources or help or that need or have questions about COVID-19, you know? And so it's awesome. I'm very humbled.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a great way to help people and reach out to the community and see those people that really need it.
What's the best food? What's the best warm food for these cold days coming up?
Some pozole. I like menudo. Menudo is the one with the tongue. But I like it because it's just weird. It's like that. But it's good. It tastes good. Menudo's good. Anything brothy, warm, hot. Even ramen's good. Like, I mean, I like ramen. They're actually opening up a really good ramen shop here in Aurora. It's called Strings Ramen. It's actually by the Aurora Fox Valley Mall over there, or by the old Fox Valley Mall. Or if they still call it Fox Valley?
They still call it Fox Valley.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, over there.
Pozole, the red or the green?
Red. I like green, but red.
Red is the shit. Yeah.
After a nice little weekend.
Yeah. I like I love pozole. Pozole is very good. You like pozole?
I do.
Yeah.
Green or red though?
You know what? I could rock either way. I would say red because the green, when you have it's a treat. Because that's chicken, right?
The green one?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't.
I've had it with chicken.
You can't add it. You can't add that. I'm trying to think the green, what they use for the green. It's because I've never made it, the green one. I've helped my mom make the red one.
Yeah.
But
okay, the red one is the business. I'll take the red all day.
I'm red sauce, so I always like everything red.
That shit is good.
There's like a spiciness factor to it.
The red?
Yeah.
Oh, it's totally, it's night and day taste. It's beautiful. It's really. You at pozole?
I gotta admit, I have no idea what it is.
Damn.
It's the one with the hominy. Little hominy, no.
He's from Decatur.
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll hook you up.
Yeah.
We got you.
Nice. Ethnic food, yeah. We should have a Good Morning Raw potluck in this boy one day.
That'd be cool, man.
Yeah. Do breakfast or something like that.
Thanksgiving is coming up. You do a little potluck for
Friendsgiving.
Yeah.
Friendsgiving.
All right. So I got a couple more off the wall questions for you. So first off, and a spoiler for everybody, you will be our guest for Veterans Day.
Hoorah.
Yes.
Because it's also the Marine Corps birthday that day,
on
all
that
right?
same day, yeah.
You understand?
Marine Corps birthday and Veterans Day. So mark your calendars, folks, because Alejandra Hernandez will be here on that day. We're gonna talk about a whole lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Melissa Mendoza, congratulations, Ale, on your new job.
Gracias, Melissa. Appreciate it.
Shout out to our friend, dear friend of the show, Melissa Mendoza. Shout out to Tyler. Good morning. Good morning, Zaid. Good morning, Sandra. Junior, everybody, good morning. Desiree,
Buenos
good
dias.
morning. What was the coolest weapon that you got to mess around with in the Corps?
Oh, the coolest one. I like the grenade launcher. That was pretty fun. Not gonna lie. And I got to throw some grenades too. So
Is it like in the movies?
a little bit. I mean, you just gotta make sure. I mean, you're holding on to that clip, and once you let go, like that thing has a few seconds to detonate. So I mean, it's not, but it is. Like
Okay.
it's like you don't really realize like
Yeah.
like how
How sensitive things are.
yeah,
Yeah.
honey, my bad. Yeah, it's like yeah, you only have a few seconds. So once you let go of that clip, like you gotta throw it. Yeah, throw it, or well, that's when you're throwing it. But then the grenade launcher is a little different because it's attached to the M16.
Right.
So that was pretty cool because you could take the M16. Well, yeah, and then you attach it on there.
You mean like on like the Terminator joint that's underneath?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Damn.
sure they attach it, if I remember correctly. I haven't really
Interesting.
messed with weapons in a while. I do not have my FOID card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of leaned away from all that for a bit. I mean, I love them. It's just I just don't feel the need for the government to know that I have a FOID card. And
Right.
I don't know.
Of course.
It's just too much.
Yeah, it is. Speaking of government overreach,
Yeah.
I think it was the town in California where they banned
Mhm.
junk food. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, and also Mexico too, like nationwide.
Really?
For kids, like you can't.
Mexico banned junk food nationwide.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Of all the problems that
I'm
they have to deal
pretty
with,
sure.
they're banning junk food.
Well, because that is a big problem, though. A lot of kids are very obese and like turn to that as like a way to eat. Like I'm pretty sure they have like you have to be accompanied by an adult or something to get like.
To buy Doritos?
Get Hunter
Yeah.
something Soleil.
I'm pretty sure I read it somewhere. I might be
Word up.
wrong.
Wow.
Correct me if
Junior
I'm wrong.
Augustine Rodriguez Zepeda.
Monday?
Junior Augustine Rodriguez Zepeda.
Oh,
Good morning.
Amador? Probably. It's probably Amador.
Nice. You got some fans. Girl got fan mail on it.
What up?
So one of the other things that I love talking to you about, and I'm going to make sure that we keep a distance on this rabbit hole. I'm going to keep eyes on it because we can go down this rabbit hole, me and you.
Mm-hmm.
There's an old saying. I don't know who the artist was. I think it was Bob Dylan who once said, "They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor."
Oh, yeah.
Is that a true statement?
Yeah, it is. Very true.
What should they be spending money on?
The people, the community.
Some say that Aurora's done a really good job from past administrations to now in the access to services, the access to resources. Sure, we're in a time of a pandemic and things are still messed up. But as a person who grew up in Aurora, I didn't grow up in Aurora. As a person who grew up in Aurora, how would you rate Aurora then and now in regards to services?
It's gotten better, but I think it can get better. I went to go volunteer, for instance, on Friday at the food pop-up, and it was so disorganized. I got there, got some veterans that are taking care of traffic. I told them, hey, I'm here to volunteer, and they sent me to the other side of the park. Wasted like 10 minutes. So like things like
The
that,
Phillips Park thing?
yeah, it could get better.
What was disorganized and what improvements, I guess, would you make?
Like I said, they sent me to the other side of the park. They could being all on the same sheet of music. They ran out of food, so a lot of people were in line that didn't end up getting food. So a lot of the logistics, it's just a lot of things like those, like little hiccups like that could be a lot better when you're trying to conduct that sort of help. So, and it was really frustrating. And then I came back because it was my first time. I'm driving, but APD also sent me the wrong way. And it's like, where can I park? I'm just trying to get close to the pavilion so I can set up and find out what am I gonna do, and also get here on time. It's just little hiccups like that from that perspective of like volunteering. So that could be better, so people could get there and be in place on time.
Okay.
Trying to do a service, trying to help, and it just kind of sucks when you got these hiccups. People that are not paying attention, listening clearly, and we have to work together to make things more effective. But some people don't. Some people don't listen. Some people are just very ignorant or just like don't care. And it's very upsetting.
Because this wasn't the first pop-up. This was like the third or fourth, maybe?
I think so. And they're doing another one.
Okay.
There's going to be one for like Thanksgiving, I believe. They're still working out all the logistics for that. So stand by.
Well, hopefully they take some of these things that didn't work and then improve them for the next one.
I hope so. Yeah, because I would love to go and volunteer again. But as a volunteer, it's like you see these hiccups and it's like, all right, well. And then also another thing that I just remembered, they need to have someone that speaks Spanish, like talking to these people when they're, to these community, members that are coming in that want to get food. A lot of them don't know English. And I was stepping in. I just stepped in. I was like, no one's got to tell me twice. I'm going to step in. I'm going to just translate, find out. Because at this point, mind you, it was already raining, and their numbers on the glass that they would write on there, like a T1, T2, T3, it just like came off. So your girl went in there and stepped in, was like, hey, like, it's raining. I can't see the number anymore. How many were you supposed to get? And they tell me. And then that was good. So they do need, like, that language barrier. It's big here in Aurora. They need to think about that when they're organizing for stuff, which they don't. And that was a clear example for me right there. I was like, whoa.
Man, if they need translators, let them know. I can do that for you. Y'all need help.
There you go. Right?
Hook y'all up, man. Hook y'all up. Yeah. How you say right this way?
Pase. You could, pues puede pasar.
See?
Yeah.
Right there. So the time is now 9:05 a.m. You've been watching Good Morning Aurora. Damn, time flew this morning. Holy cow. And you're watching Good Morning Aurora, the second largest city's first daily news podcast. And we're sitting down with our sister from another mister, Miss Alejandra Hernandez. So you got the job coming up.
Yeah.
You're going to be a contact tracer.
Yeah.
Will you be going door to door? Will you be knocking on people's door? Or how does it work?
No, I'll be working from home. They're giving me a work computer and a work phone.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey.
But that's a good and a bad thing. Because you got to
can
learn how to
be.
disconnect.
It can be. This is true.
Yeah.
Set those boundaries.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep. So you know the show ends on a positive note.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah.
we had a cool Music Friday today. So you Studio
Studio
B,
B,
Studio B, Studio
He's a
Bizzle.
goon. I love it.
So you will be taking us out for the day. What's the message for the people of Aurora to take with them on this Friday and into the weekend?
If you see somebody that needs help, stop what you're doing and make a move. Like, just inquire, find out. You never know. Like, you might have something or know something that somebody else could use to help them better themselves. Take that moment just to listen. You never know. So stay positive, stay woke, and like help one another out. That's what I'm trying to say.
Good
Help
point.
one another out.
What do you think?
I think just what she said, yeah. I mean, kind of like just jumping in, like what you said with the food pantry, just seeing there's a need somewhere, and you don't just have to keep walking by. You can do something. Everybody can do something.
Yep.
Right.
And if everybody had that attitude, a lot more would get done.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree. Well, on behalf of the second largest city's first daily news podcast, we would like to say thank you to our guest, Allie Hernandez, for coming in to us. Thank you very much to our musical guest, Studio B. We need to get Hunter some pozole. So any of your moms or abuelitas who want to make a big pot, you can just hit the DMs. We'll definitely pick that up from you. Red or green, you could do what you want. We'll get Hunter his bowl and everything like that.
I think we need to take him somewhere and film his first experience.
Yeah, we should take him to like deep in the hood. Or so. Yeah, right. Boom.
I'll be down.
Yeah. Hunter, Studio B, they just eat pozole and all that, or some menudo.
Whatever.
Pour the onions right on top.
Yeah.
But this was a great week, and we had a lot of good interviews this week. So thank you to all of our guests from Chicano to Gil Rios this week.
Yeah.
Very much appreciated, and we had a really good time. So I want to say thank you to everybody remember that it's still Domestic Violence and Breast Cancer Awareness Month. If you can, please get out there and help. You can make donations to Mutual Ground, or you can contact Healing to Healthy, our friends Susan Romano and Amy Downing, who are involved with that. Two great organizations with which to help out. And also, I want to say thank you to all of our friends, our listeners, our subscribers. Shout out to Viso Arts. Thank you for all the help. Big shout to our other friends, James, Desiree, so many people, so many shout outs, so little time. Thank you to all of our listeners and subscribers. Don't forget to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, and follow our Facebook page. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We got much more to come. Studio B will be in rotation again. The brother just texted. He said he ready for a part 2 and all that. So, you might see him out there in the community doing something wild and wacky. Other than that, from the second largest city's first daily news podcast, we hope that you guys have a safe, blessed, motivated, dedicated weekend. We'll see you back here Monday morning for another good interview.